I think that they recognize that the president, the current president, Joe Biden, has been incapable of governing the country since the beginning, quite frankly. And I think that the important thing to know is that our job is to make sure that Americans understand that irrespective of whether it's Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, or anyone in the Democrat Party, that the failures over the last 4 years belong on the party. They're not just Joe Biden's failures, it's the entire Democrat Party. They support open borders. They supported defunding the police. They supported the fentanyl that's pouring across the border that's killing 100,000 Americans a year. And all of the bad policies and the lack of jobs and the high inflation is on them.
I want to talk about you because you're a new governor. You've only been in office 7 months. You just finished your first legislative session. And we'll talk about the policies that are driving the party not only at the national level, but also in many of the states. And I want to first start talking about school choice. You became the 11th state to pass universal school choice. That was one of the first things that was on your agenda. Why was that important?
Because parents are the most important voice in a child's education. It's something that my mother taught me. She was a public school teacher. She taught in both the public school system and the parochial system. She would tell you that parents are the most important voice. And over the decades, what has happened is basically we've taken parents out of the equation, yet we've continued to basically take from those parents their tax dollars and then place their kids in failing schools. And I think Americans are waking up to that. I think after COVID, a lot of moms said, wait, what exactly is going on? Is my child being educated or indoctrinated? And I think that what we did in following 11 other states now, or 10 other states, is what Americans are starting to see, the only way to reform our educational system.
Do you think that that's one of the reasons why the Republican Party seems to be appealing to more minority voters recently, and we're seeing a shift toward the Republican Party among blacks and Latinos?
Absolutely, because look, if you came to America for the right reason, you came for opportunity, freedom, and responsibility, and you wanted to be able to move yourself up the socioeconomic ladder, right? That's what America was all about. And so if you are a part of that, what you're seeing on the Democrat side is they destroy that. They pull a ladder out from underneath you, and they say, this is where you're going to stay on the particular ladder. I think that what you're seeing is that those minorities are moving over to the Republican Party because of those things.
I want to talk about jobs. You just recently, within a few days ago, won a major court case together with 15 other states to block Joe Biden's banning of liquid natural gas exports. Louisiana, the Port of New Orleans, one of the biggest ports in the country. How many jobs were at stake because of that issue?
Oh, we've got one project down in Louisiana off the Mississippi River that has 10,000 workers working on it right now. 10,000. And Joe Biden was going to basically furlough all of those American workers. On top of that, when he furloughs those American workers, all he does is empower our enemies, because you have to buy the gas from Russia. That's where you got to go. If you don't buy it from the U.S., you got to go buy it from our enemies. And so here it's the hypocrisy of this administration in saying one thing, doing another. And we did. I mean, look, our Attorney General, Liz Muro, who worked for me when I was Attorney General, did a fantastic job on that case. It was great.
Now I got to talk to you about the Ten Commandments. All right. And boy, did you poke the bear.
Wow.
I don't know how, because I don't know how anybody could argue with the Ten Commandments, but boy, did you poke the bear, and they are coming after you for doing this, suggesting that the Ten Commandments and those basic moral principles should be posted in school classrooms. Talk to me about why you took on this fight.
Yeah, well, I mean, honestly, I didn't even know it was going to be a fight. I didn't know it was a bad way for you to live your life. I mean, when I signed the bill, I was like, oh, this is great. This is a great idea. We heard from all. And then the left went crazy. And, you think about how dark of a time we just come into right now, and this failed assassination attempt. Maybe if the Ten Commandments would have been hung in that fella's school, maybe he wouldn't have done what he did. I mean, again, we're talking about a set of edicts about how to live a good life. And so, again, it goes to show you the theme of the left, right? I mean, why would they not like the Ten Commandments?
Yeah, I mean, it is absolutely amazing how much pushback you're getting, even from people who claim to be clergy.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, listen, again, I think it's ridiculous. We've got a tremendous amount of support. We've heard from tons of people about that support. We've heard from teachers. You know, the amazing thing is that we've seen so many retired teachers who remember when you could talk about the Ten Commandments, so you could post them saying, thank you for bringing it back. We're going to win that case, too.
All right, we're going to be following that.